Have you ever considered that a single word can be a weapon, cutting deeper than any blade? That a label hurled in anger or fear can cast a shadow that follows you for a lifetime? Imagine standing on a brightly lit stage, living your dream, only to have it shattered by the roar of the crowd you once cherished. A single, deafening word: monster. This isn't just a dramatic scene. It's the devastating moment from Side K-pop Demon Hunters C, when the idol Rumi's hidden power is exposed. In that instant, her adoring fans turn on her. The accusation, "You are a monster," becomes the blow that dismantles her world. Rumi's story is a stark reflection of a dark human truth. Verbal abuse and cruel labels inflict wounds far more profound than physical ones, systematically deconstructing a person's identity. Understanding the mechanics of this verbal violence is crucial, as it reveals how words become weapons and what that means for all of us. How can mere words hold such destructive power? The first mechanism is dehumanization through labeling. One moment, Rumi is a complex individual, a talented performer, a courageous hunter, a person with a history of hopes and fears. The next, the word monster erases it all. The crowd no longer sees a person, they see a single terrifying category. It's like viewing an intricate tapestry, rich with color and detail, and reducing it to a single ugly thread. All her humanity, her dreams, and her sacrifices are collapsed into one malicious term. She ceases to be a who and becomes a what. This linguistic act is the foundation for so much of the discrimination and cruelty we witness in reality. It grants the aggressor a perverse psychological permission. By convincing themselves you are simply a monster or a freak, they no longer feel they are harming a person. They are attacking an it, making it easier to justify their cruelty. This is more than a metaphor. Neuroscientific studies reveal that sustained verbal abuse can alter brain structures, creating symptoms akin to physical trauma, proving words are anything but harmless. The second weapon is far more insidious: the validation of our deepest fears. For Rumi, the gnawing terror that she was a monster had haunted her entire life. Her relentless drive to become a top idol and a powerful hunter was a desperate battle against this very self-doubt, a seed planted in her childhood. So when her fans, the very people whose approval she craved, screamed her worst fear at her, it wasn't just an insult. It was the public verdict on her private nightmare, a brutal confirmation that shattered her psychological defenses. The most terrifying aspect of verbal abuse is not always the words themselves, but how they amplify the ugliest things we secretly suspect about our own nature. It's as if an abuser finds the single hairline crack in your psychological armor, the one you've guarded most fiercely, and strikes it with a sledgehammer, confirming everything you desperately hoped wasn't true. This leads to the tragic final stage, the self-fulfilling prophecy. After the verbal onslaught, Rumi didn't just feel hurt, she internalized the label. She fled from her life, abandoned her teammates, and even sought death at the hands of Celine. Her behavior began to align with a devastating new script. If the world sees a monster, then a monster she will be. Her unique mark, the symbol of her power, spread uncontrollably, and her actions became destructive. She declared that she would gladly watch the city she was meant to protect burn to the ground. This isn't merely about emotional pain, it is a fundamental distortion of identity. Verbal abuse can twist a person's behavior until they tragically embody the very caricature their abuser created. Rumi's fall is a powerful allegory for this process, showing how a protector, wounded by words, can be turned against everything they once loved. Rumi's story reminds us that words possess immense power to build or to destroy. Understanding their mechanisms, how they dehumanize, validate fears, and create self-fulfilling prophecies, is the first step toward disarming them. The responsibility, then, lies with each of us to wield our own words with care and to stand against the poison of harmful labels. If this analysis gave you a new perspective, show your support by liking this video, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the stories that shape us.